they're supposed to be ready for this event. It's so much more on people's minds these days.
Now, we were just looking at some dramatic and extraordinary pictures of a wave which was washing up along the east coast of Japan. That wave washing away cars and boats and tearing away buildings along the coastline there. The wave, of course, and the waves, I should say, would take a longer time to reach those coastlines that are further away from the epicenter. What kind of timeline are we talking about around the Pacific?
Unfortunately, I just closed that window that had my travel time map, but here in New Zealand, we're waiting. We should see arrival around 12 hours. I believe Hawaii was in the 6.5-hour range, and longer for areas further afield. But I believe the Marshall Islands I was looking at were in the 9-hour range, and those are the sorts of distances or times that we're looking at.
So in New Zealand, if you're talking about 12 hours, presumably New Zealand will be well prepared for something like this.
Yeah, we're definitely New Zealand is prepared. The warning centers are talking to the people who will be on the. One thing that is positive for New Zealand is that it will arrive when it is low tide on the northern coast of New Zealand, so that is a positive. We're not expecting a wave much larger than 1 meter here because of we are significantly off the axis of the main beam of energy that's going to be released by the tsunami. Most of that energy is traveling to the Central Pacific Ocean, and so New Zealand is significantly off axis from that.
But still, 1 meter could do significant damage to towns and cities along that coastline.
Not really, no. A meter, the tide here is on the order of 2 to 2.5 meters, so it's really not much bigger than the normal tide, or it's not even the magnitude of the tide range here.
Okay, sir, thank you for joining us. That's Dr. Jose Borrero, a tsunami scientist talking to us from New Zealand. Now, you're watching Al Jazeera's extended coverage of the powerful earthquake that struck off the coast of Japan. Let's go through the latest developments. The U.S. Geological Survey are saying it measured the earthquake at 8.9 magnitude at a depth of 24 kilometers. That's regarded as a shallow depth where major damage can be expected. It was centered off the coast 380 kilometers northeast of the capital, Tokyo. There's now a tsunami warning in effect for Japan, Russia, and the Mariana Islands. A tsunami watch has been issued for Japan, Philippines, and as far across the Pacific as the island of Guam. Now, in the capital, Tokyo, a large building could be seen on fire, and workers rushed out into the streets. A 4-meter tsunami washed away cars and a bridge in Kaimashi City. Japan's defense ministry has scrambled military aircraft to assess the damage. According to Japanese television, all public transport in the capital has been stopped. Rail passengers have been left walk along the lines. The quake has sent tremors through the financial markets too. Japan's Nikkei closed down 1.7%, hitting a 5-week low. And Japan's top oil refiner has halted operations of 3 refineries in Sendai, Kaishima, and Negishi. But one installation in Chiba is still ablaze. Al Jazeera senior meteorologist Steph Galter joins me now in the studio. So, Steph, what would the situation be along the Pacific Rim countries right now?
Well, they'll be nervous, and they'll also be watching the buoys. There is at least a whole network of buoys across the Pacific to measure things like a tsunami when they start going across. So at least places further away will have more warning. That's the thing that we can at least get some kind of comfort from. But for Japan itself, it's a devastating earthquake. To put it in some kind of context, the Haiti earthquake was a 7.0 magnitude. The Chile one was an 8.8, and the New Zealand is a 6.3. So this, as an 8.9, is bigger than any of those. And at the time, they did say that Chile was about the second most powerful earthquake ever to happen. So we're talking about a massive earthquake there. Now, the reason for all this activity is because of where Japan is situated. It's situated on the joint of 4 different plates. So we've got the Pacific plate and the Philippine plate to the east. And to the west, we've got the North America plate and the Eurasian plate there. And what's happening is the Philippine plate and the Pacific plate are going underneath